2, we are going to discuss about the topic organizational leadership. At the end of our video presentation, you are going able to explain what organizational is, differentiate leadership and management, and identify the different leadership styles. In organizational leadership, leaders help set strategic goals for the organization while motivating individuals within the organization to successfully carry out assignments in order to realize those goals. In the school setting, the school leaders helps set strategic or targets for the school and motivates teachers, parents, learners, non-teaching professional, and other members of the community to do their tasks to realize the school goals. Organizational leadership works towards what is best for individuals members and what is best for the organization as a group at the same time. Organizational leadership is also an attitude and a work ethic that empowers an individual in any role to lead from the top, middle, or bottom of an organization. One of the best examples of organizational leadership is our campus administrator, Sir Ken M. Palugo. He is the one who formulates a vision, a mission to achieve a specific goal. He is a leader to inspire, to guide, and influence individuals to work together to achieve a specific goals in his institution. Are leadership and management synonymous? Is a leader a manager, or is a manager a leader? If I am a good leader, does it follow that I am also a good manager? Or if I am a good manager, am I at the same time a good leader? Not necessarily. School head must be both a leader or a manager. A school head leads the school and community to formulate the vision, mission, goals, and school improvement plan. This is the leadership function. She sees to it these plans gets well implemented on time and so ensure that the resources needed are there. The persons to do the job are qualified and available. This is the management function. Imagine if the school had is only a leader. You have the vision, mission, goals, and school plan but no implementation. The plan is good only in the paper. If you do the task of a manager only, you will be focusing on the details of the day implementation without the big picture, the vision and mission. So, it big picture for connect and meaning. This means that it is best that a school leader is both a leader and a manager. These are the differences of a managers and leaders. A manager is administer their process and transactional, meet objectives and delegate tasks, while leaders is innovative. Their process is transformational, develop a vision and find way forward. A manager is a work focus. The goal is to get things done. They are skilled at allocating work, while a leader is people focus. The goals include both people and the result. They care about you and want you to succeed. And a managers is have a subordinates. They create circles of power and can lead by authority, while leaders is have followers. They create circles of influence and lead by inspiring. And manager is do things right. Managers enact the existing culture and maintain the status quo, while a leader is do things right. Leader shape the culture and drive integrity. And now, there are three types of skills demanded of leaders. First, the technical skills refers to any types of process or technique like sending email, preparing a PowerPoint. It's bali ang technical skills is mao ni siya ang paggamit og technology kung paano ka mag-present like pag PowerPoint, pag-create og PowerPoint para pag-present or ang mga file send lang sa mga emails. Number 2 is the human skills, the ability to work effectively with people and to build teamwork. This is also referred to as people skill or soft skill. Ang human skills naman is mo na siyang ang ability to leader nga makipag-socialize or interact sa iyang mga employees nga makabuild sila og teamwork and unity. Third is the conceptual skill, ability to think in terms and models, framework, and broad relations such as long-range plan. Ang kuan naman is ang conceptual skills is mao na siyang ability nga leader is nga mo think sa kabalo siya nga mohimo siya plan para sa iyang specific nga company na siya nga wide range of ideas ba ang sa conceptual skill. Short, conceptual skills deals with ideas. Mao siyang skills of a leader nga more on ideas siya or wide or broad ang iyaha nga ideas. While ang human skills is concerned sa relationship with people. Mao siya skills sa leader nga ability nga makipag-interact or makipag-socialize sa iyang sa iyang mga employee. Ang technical skills involves psychomotor skills or amo siyang enhance ang siya sa pag-use of mga technology. The ideal school leader dapat makapossess ani nga 3 skills.
Leadership styles. First, consultative leaders. Consultative leaders allow participations of the members of the organization by consulting them but make the decision themselves. This is what happens in consultations meetings called by schools when they increase tuition fees. Sometimes education stakeholders get disappointed that their suggestions are not carried after school leaders have consulted them. They do not understand that consultations does not necessarily mean approval of stakeholder suggestion. Democratic leaders allow the members of the organization to fully participate in decision making. Decisions are arrived at by way of consensus. This is genuine participation of the members of the organization, which is in keeping with school empowerment. In laissez-faire of free rein, leadership style leaders avoid responsibility and leave the members of the organization to establish their own work. The leadership style leads to the kanya-kanya mentality, one weaknesses of the Filipino character. So, diri na pod sa laissez-faire of free rein, kanang gipasagdaan ra sa leaders ang members nga maoy mo establish sa ilang kaugalingon nga obra. For example, kaning kanya-kanya mentality, so iya sila, kundi iya rang gipasagdaan iyang member nga maoy mobuhat. There will be no problem if the situation is ideal. Each member of the organization has reached a level of maturity, and so if members are left to themselves, they will do only what is good for the organization. On the other hand, it will be chaos of each member will do as he or she please even if it is against the common good. Autocratic leadership. Autocratic leadership to the decision making by themselves. A leadership style where one person has complete control and decision making authority over a group or organization. The leader makes decision without consulting or involving others and their word is final. So, ang autocratic leadership is lahi ni siya sa democratic leadership, which is ang democratic leadership is nagkuan siya nga kanang ang membro ang mukuan. So diri sa autocratic, ang leaders ra jud ang mo decision sa iyang kaugalingon. O kung mao na iyang ni-decisionan, final na jud na mao na siya autocratic leadership. Which leadership style are participative? The consultative and democratic leadership style are the only ones that allow for participation of the members of the organization. Between the consultative and democratic styles of leadership, the democratic style is genuinely participative because it abides the role of the majority. The situational leadership model. In the situational leadership, effective leaders adapt their leadership style to the situation of the members of the organization, the readiness and willingness of group members. Paul Hersey and Kenneth H. Blanchard, 1996, characterized leadership style in terms of the amount of task behavior and relationship behavior that the leader provides to their own followers. They categorize all leadership styles into 4 behavior styles, which is the name S1 to S4. S1 to S4. S1 is stealing or directing. Individuals lack the specific skills required for the job in hand and they are willing to work at the task. They are novice but enthusiastic. S2. Teaching or coaching. Individuals are more able to do the task, however, they are demotivated for this job or task, unwilling to do the task. S3 is participating and supporting. Individuals are experienced and able to do the task, but lack the confidence or the willingness to take responsibility. S4 is delegating. So delegating is individual are experienced at the task and comfortable with their own ability to do it well. They are able and willing to not only to do the task but to take responsibility for the task. If the group member is able, willing, and confident, high readiness, the leader uses delegating leadership style. The leader turns over the responsibility for decisions and implementations to the members. On the other hand, if the group members have low readiness, unable and unwilling, the leader resort to telling the group members what to do. In short, competent members of organization require less specific direction than less competent members. Less competent people need more specific direction than more competent people. Among these leadership styles, no one style is considered best for all the leaders to use all the time. Effective leaders need to be flexible and must adapt themselves according to the situations, the readiness and willingness of the members of the organization.
Servant leadership. So, according to Robert Kigenleff, 1977, coined the paradoxical term servant leadership. How can one be a leader when he or she is a servant? That's the common thinking. But the paradox is Greenleaf is deliberate and meaningful way of emphasizing the qualities of a servant leader. So, yung sa manimo pagka-leader, kung ikaw ay usa ka servant, it describes the servant first. And it begins with a natural feeling that wants to serve. Then conscious choice brings to aspire to lead. The best test is do those grows as persons do. So, ang pasabot rin niya is if you are willing to lead the organization or imong member, so ma-aspire po sila and you will inspire them to do the work. So that's and your conscious choice will influence them. So that's what servant leader is. We often hear the term public servants to refer to appointed and elected officials of the government to emphasize the fact that they indeed are servants of the people. Their first duty is to serve, and in serving, they lead. So, ang gipasabot dire kay kanang mga government officials like mayors, governors, senators, and even president. Sila kay not just leader, but is also a servant of the people. Kung sila na-elect sila kay para mo serve sa atong bansa. They are not just the leader to make laws or anything na mga rules, but they also the voice of the people. So their first duty is to serve people. Term na. Transformational leadership. According to Robert Kennedy once said, some men see things as they are and asked, why? I dream of things that never were. And those dreams, things are never were, and asked, why not? Are not transformational leaders. The transformational leader is not content with status quo. And C's need to transform the way the organization thinks, relates, and does things. So, ang kaning transformational leadership is kanang, if according to Robert Kennedy, is she dream of, why not? If mo transform mo usa ka leadership kana, why not? I think that's the point. And the status quo, ang ganito transformational leadership kay wala siya ga-focus on status quo, and they need to transform the things or the organizations, things or the organizations needed for it. So, mo-transform sila kung unsa ang kailangan sa organization or the community. The transformational school leaders sees the school culture as it could be and should be, as at is it, and so plays his or her role as visionary, engager, learner, collaborator, and instructional leader. As a transformational leader, he or she makes positive changes in the organization's life. So, kanang transformational leader di ay kay mo-fulfill nila sa needs sa usa ka communities. For example, need ang community og teacher. So, even though wala sila experience or not sila qualified, transform sila ana in order to fulfill the ng kulang or ang needed sa usa ka community. And another example is if kailangan nila og usa ka na banggit diri nga usa ka collaborator, so mo-collaborate po sila sa ubang mga tao. So our transformational leadership frankly is mo-transform sa needed sa community. To do this, the transformational leader combines charisma, inspirational leadership, and intellectual stimulation to introduce innovation for the why of the organization. So, kaning leader, transformational leader, kay dapat not just knowledge, solely knowledge cannot depend ako kay charisma, and also the innovation para ma-fit ka ani, and also not just the charisma or the knowledge, but also the adaptability skills needed na sa isa ka transformational leader para ma-fit din siya or maka-adapt din siya sa needed nga void needed sa ka community. Sustaining change. So briefly, kaning sustaining change kay if ibutang na sa situation nga, if kanang leader o kanang leader na kana kay nawala na sa position or nawala na siya yung mga naabot na siya sa end of his term or her term, kay kanang mga laws or mga plataforma or mga ipangpasa niya nga mga projects, kay pwede na siya ma-adapt sa another leader or sa organization kaya para ma-continue ang kanang pagbago. So for me, that's sustaining change is. The transformational leader ought to deal with resistance to change to succeed. There will be always resistors to change. So kaning transformational leader kinagina yung mga resistors, whether tao na siya, whether circumstances or environment. For example, kanan ang kanang leader nga mabag-o ni kani, so na usa ka tawo nga dili siya sang-ayon ana. So to ensure the innovation he or she introduced leads to the transformation of the organization, Morato of Bayan ABS-CBN 2011 gives the following advice. 1. Seek the support of the stakeholders. Nga bitang mag-focus ka sa imong knowledge if pwede ka mga yugtabang sa imong mga members, diba? Pwede kay ka mga yugtabang sila to share some ideas, opinions for better change. Number 2, get people involved early and often resistance drops off in proportion to the involvement of participants. So ang gipasabot dali kay kaning mga tao kay ma-involve sila og dapat una sa resistance and that's of ang mga proportion kay ma-involve sa mga participants, not just you or the members but all your constituents. Number 3, plan a communication campaign to sell the innovation. So there are many ways to sell your innovation. Pwede ka mag-campaign, pwede ka anything mag-con sa imong mga baligya sa kaning innovation nimo para mabalaan sa tanan. pwede nimo siya ihatag-hatag or pwede nimo siya balay-balay. Ensure that the innovation is understood by all. So kaning innovation kay di nang dapat ikaw ang makasabot, not just the members or the stakeholders but all your constituents or the community. Dapat masabtan nila unsay goal, unsa dapat ang magamit ni siya asa para sa asa ni siya man siya. Number 5, consider timing and facing. So dapat nagi kay timing permi sa anything. So just like what I said, nga timing takes all to be ready. So kanang timing nimo if example ulan nya ang imong campaign kay imong innovation kay para ni siya sa init. Sure ka nga magamit ni nimo nga tinulan man din ni siya by pang init din ni siya nya tinulan. So dapat nagi kay timing.